Good morning, my name is Anthony McGrath, and welcome to V4Vegan. This is a podcast designed for those who are interested in saving themselves and the planet. In this third section, we will cover the great protein deception. Once again, I encourage you to buy the accompanying book, 14-Day Vegan, available on Amazon. Please read and review. The importance of your support at this time is paramount. Be the change. One of the very first questions that I get asked about becoming a vegan is, so where do you get your protein from? My answer is dependent upon the person that I'm speaking to. I ask myself if this is a genuine sign of interest. Is it a standard subconscious deflection misdirection? I generally ask them how much they know about protein and the available sources of protein in the human diet. It is commonly believed that protein is another word for muscle or flesh. It is not. The body builds protein from amino acids. When we start to view the process in this way, we can begin to understand that herbivorous animals that eat plants use the amino acids available in plants to build their muscle and tissue. Carnivores, on the other hand, eat the dense flesh of herbivores, break it down into amino acids, and then use those to build their protein. The next logical question is whether there are the same amino acids in plants as in animal flesh. The answer is yes. The 9 essential amino acids are the ones that the body cannot produce entirely by itself. These are available in both plants and animals. The advantage the plants give is that to access these amino acids, you also have to eat a lot of fiber. This is very filling and very good for the body in general. It is estimated that less than 1 in 5 people eat enough fiber, the 9 non-essential amino acids. These are the ones that the body can produce for itself. These are again available in both plants and animals. The only amino acid that is in meat and not in plants is carnitine. The role of carnitine in animals is as a transport amino acid to provide the rapid uptake of energy at a cellular level. If you are concerned as a vegan, you can easily supplement using L-carnitine. The amount is about 2 grams or half a teaspoon per day. Generally, I make a smoothie with a vegan protein powder that already contains L-carnitine. The reason I call this section the Great Protein Deception is that this question, together with some other untruths, has been marketed by parties that have a vested interest in making money. Not that making money is bad, it is how you make money. If you make money by lying or not telling people the truth, then that is bad. I firmly believe that consumers just want to know the risks and then they can make up their mind. The real issue is that it is almost impossible to replace beliefs with facts. If we are taught a thing by an authority source, especially when we're very young, we will tend to believe it sometimes no matter how illogical it is. We have become so detached from the source of our food. Small children are encouraged to eat shaped protein. We can't even call it chicken. It is shaped like a dinosaur or something else. The next great misdirection is the statement that milk does a body good. When the fact of this is truly examined, the facts are that people who drink milk versus those that don't experience the same rate of fractures in their bones. People who drink milk do not recover any more quickly from broken bones than those who do not drink milk. Elderly people who suffer from osteoporosis do not get any benefit from putting dairy into the diet. A side point on this is that the same is true for calcium supplements from a scientific basis. The calcium molecule is far too large to be absorbed by the human gut. But let me not distract you. This is what the meat and dairy industries do. They spend millions of dollars on direct advertising and millions more on lobbying governments. They know that if they can sow a single seed of doubt in your mind, it will prevent you from taking the action that will improve your health. It will keep you eating their product. Are they evil? No, they are instrumentally evil in so much as they have a financial goal in mind. It is estimated that about 68% of the world's population has lactose malabsorption milking, became a way for farmers to manage herds in modern times, allowing profit from their animals without killing them. If one studies the development of agriculture and the human diet, you will find that we are scavengers. Our digestive system is designed for a high fiber, low protein combination of food. That is to say, we will eat just about anything from fruits to vegetables to eggs to insects, and if we can hunt an animal, then we will kill it and eat it. This is not evil. This is evolution. It has enabled us to colonize vast swathes of the planet. It is an untruth or lie to say that we are carnivores. Just look at our teeth versus those of a cat. We have one stomach. We are not a ruminant. A grazer usually has between 2 and 4 stomachs to break down grasses and extract the amino acids to build protein from grasses. The digestive system is 27 feet long, which is perfect for the digestion of fruits and vegetables to produce amino acids and absorb minerals and nutrients. A carnivore has a much shorter GI tract in relation to its overall body length. The reason for this is that if the GI tract is too long, the ingested flesh would rot and poison the host. The consumed flesh has to be moved through the system very quickly, which is why cats are generally lean, mean, and on the scene. Naturally, there are exceptions to this. Take the snake. For instance, it will consume an entire animal and take quite a long time to do so. It has developed very special digestive processes to facilitate this. But again, we are not cats. We are not snakes. Let us remember who we are. We are fructivores. In many respects, the entire issue of whether we should or should not eat meat, when not viewed from a spiritual or ethical basis, rests with the industrialization of the animal farming industries. This has produced obscene processes in the name of profit, processes that can only be described as Auschwitz for animals. Right now, in over 70 different places in the United States, there are facilities run 24/7, 365 days a year, where the carcasses of animals are on production lines which run at 25 miles an hour. Worldwide, we consume over 80 billion animals per year. Doing the simple maths, that means each person consumes over 10 animals a year. Some less, some more. These figures do not take into account processed meats, such as bacon, salami, and sausages. To be clear, I have no moral or ethical objection to any hunter or fisherman who hunts and eats his quarry. Many of the hunters that I know support changes to the system. They are highly respectful of the environment and the relationship between predator and prey, which is keynote in the development of any species. The third big lie is that man is an apex predator. This might come as a shock to many. I do not know of any apex predator that farms. Our ability to overconsume has been made possible because of this talent. To corral animals in pens, limiting freedom of movement in doing so, we have decimated wildlife habitats to the extent that we have lost 40% of all known species in the last 20 years. It is not the overall number that is of concern, but the pace at which it is happening. A volume and pace similar to that found in the fossil record for the previous 5 extinction level events. If you want to know more on this topic, watch Life on Our Planet, narrated by Morgan Friedman. Healthy biodiversity is critical for our health at a genetic level and crucial for survival, as the dependency on monocrops or mono-farming leaves us exposed to single-point failure in the system. We continue to poison our environment with slurry and runoff into rivers. Slurry and runoff caused by intensive livestock farming. Did you know that a single pig or hog produces 11 pounds of fecal matter each day? That is roughly 10 times the amount produced by the average human. When you buy bacon or pork products, remember that. We are already seeing an increase in outbreaks of Shigella and Salmonella within the food supply chain. Salmonella, found on eggs, causes close to 80,000 deaths each year. Those who control the animal food chain will not speak to the increased levels of prion disease within the herds worldwide. They are extremely nervous about the suggestion of it. And yet, it is here. It is an inevitable outcome, given the practices that they have engaged in. As a population, we need to demand greater transparency and greater independence for our scientists and regulators from the producers. I am hopeful that by coming together, we can heal the unneeded wounds in our food supply chain. Working together, we can respect, honor, and grow our planet mindfully, so that all can enjoy the immense bounty that represents. I ask you for your commitment to doing so. If you don't intend to become a vegan full-time, try abstaining from meat for 14 days and see how you feel. Eat one less piece of meat, animal flesh, or dairy each week. Start small. Discover for yourself, then you will not doubt, as it will be your own lived and personal experience. Whatever you decide, join our Facebook and Instagram page. Tell your friends about this podcast, subscribe, or consider becoming a patron of this podcast. What you can do is important. What we can do together will astound you.
This has been a production of Spirit Quest Publications, a division of Anthony and Mary Holistic Health Services, LLC. All rights reserved.